What is trad doom?
They say my songs are much too slow, but they don't know the things I know.
Trad doom, or traditional doom metal, is generally considered to be the first truly metal genre of music. While the term doom metal did not exist in the 1970s when the style was being pioneered, the term was coined in the 1980s. The reason that I am using the term trad doom rather than simply doom metal is that doom metal is also a broader term for all of the subgenres and microgenres that trad doom spawned. Sludge metal, drone metal, stoner rock, post-metal, and even grunge are some examples of styles that can be broadly considered doom metal. Black Sabbath is the archetypal trad doom band. You can think of trad doom as blues metal, as it was very blues influenced. At the time, Sabbath would have just been considered to be a blues rock band, as metal was not yet a style. In fact, Black Sabbath is widely thought to be the original metal band. There were other bands before and during the same time period that were flirting with heavier and more contrasting rock music. These bands such as Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin are what I call proto-metal. These bands have metal-esque qualities, yet are also distinctly rock and roll in many ways. However, Black Sabbath took a step away from simply being rock and roll. I think this is largely due to two features. One, Ozzy Osbourne's very distinct and haunted voice.
Oh no, please God help me.
And two, Tony Iommi's very distinct guitar tone. Iommi, as many people know, had his fingertips cut off in an accident. As a result, Iommi made himself some prosthetic fingertips and had to radically change his style of playing guitar. This created the thick guitar tone that Sabbath is known for. In conjunction, these two men created the sinister sound that is doom metal, the beginning of metal music in general. If it were not for these unlikely happenstances of factors, Black Sabbath would have likely been forgotten to time as simply just another proto-metal band. Yet instead, they are the godfathers of heavy metal.
No, please, no.
Though they also have some faster, chunky riffs, where you can see the beginnings of what would become speed and thrash metal. Symptom of the Universe is a prime example. I also believe that Children of the Grave is the first song to have a metal breakdown. Try not to make the stank face after listening to this. Sabbath also went in a pop metal direction on Never Say Die, which hinted at the direction that Ozzy Osbourne's solo career would go in. Though all of these tracks are still ultimately trad doom. Other trad doom artists include Witchfinder General, Pentagram, and Saint Vitus. Peak boomer metal. Most trad doom artists are just Sabbath cover bands, but some provide a unique spin on it. Trad doom was mostly around in the 70s and 80s, and the style severely waned in popularity afterwards. The lyrical themes of trad doom are typically about depression, loneliness, and alienation.
Just when you think you're happy, I come around.
Doom is for doomers, after all. They also tend to involve existential dread, being disenfranchised with the state of the world. However, it is usually not quite as extreme a type of disillusion as portrayed by the more intense offshoots of metal. Trad doom is more just smoking a J and saying, stuff's kinda hecked, huh?
I love you sweetly, though you get here.
It is a rather mellow style compared to other types of metal, which is why Sabbath isn't out of place on a radio station. But it is definitely harsher than the proto-metal bands of its time.
Nobody gonna take my car, I'm gonna blaze into the ground.
Trad doom is the first proper metal genre. I will be contrasting and comparing the other offshoots of doom metal. Next up is sludge. Metal's overcomplicated genres continue as we ask ourselves, what's in a metal genre?
Never